Good afternoon and welcome to our last Hot Jobs with Higher Military of the year. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. If you celebrate Christmas, it's less than a week away, so I hope you are nearly prepared. You are prepared and you're nearly there in terms of your shopping and getting everything going. Welcome to Hot Jobs with us here at Higher Military. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we wish you a Merry Christmas. If this is your first time with us, it's great to see you. We are so glad that you found us. If you are one of our OGs, welcome back. Let's see if we've got anything for you guys here today. As we always ask, please do share where you are watching in from. If you are looking for a SkillBridge internship opportunity or the permanent job search is on your radar at the moment. If you have any questions for us, if you are seeking answers in terms of the job search or the resume, interview, salary negotiation, anything at all, it could be to do with SkillBridge or permanent roles, please do throw them in the chats for us today. We really do enjoy this 30 minutes that we get to spend with you, sharing our support, our encouragement, our advice, as well as talking our newest permanent job roles and SkillBridge internship opportunities. We're here for the whole of the military community, the whole of the military family. So whether you're a spouse, dependent, veteran, or transitioning service member, tell us what you want, tell us what you need. We love this information because it really helps us move forward as we're talking to our partners in corporate America. The comments are coming through, which is such a thrill and a treat for us. Hey, Devon, Devon, Bryant, who else have we got here today? Anthony, William, Ebony, Richard. It's great to see you from all over the US. Gosh, we really do have everybody represented. If you have the chance, tell us how you heard about us. That's good information for us too, to know where to position ourselves so we can maximize the opportunity for everybody to see this live. If you haven't already, do check out the links on the event. We have a few that I want to draw your attention to. The first, which I think is absolutely phenomenal, is the piece that we wrote along with our marketing team on how to target your resume. It really is an article that has value because it's written by recruiters who read resumes day in, day out. If you've been If you've been following Matt Hart recently on his LinkedIn posts, he's giving you the 5 days of Christmas in terms of how to position yourself on LinkedIn and how to write your profile. Well, this essentially gives you the same, but on the resume, and it quite possibly will reposition what a resume is for you. So definitely check that link out. Also, we have, alongside our CEO, Mike Quinn, written a beginner's guide to an effective LinkedIn profile. So you're obviously here on LinkedIn, you're using this to help support your journey and what you're up to right now. Take a look at that because that might open your eyes too in terms of information that is valuable from a recruiter's perspective, what we like to see on your profiles, what we search for on the back end. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with this, but LinkedIn is monetized and optimized for recruiters, for staffing agencies. And we have a whole back end that we can search away that you guys never see. So we love to share with you exactly what to check, what to write, so that we ultimately can find you when we're doing the search for our roles, when we're recruiting as well. If you haven't checked out our website, here it is up here, highermilitary.us. On there, you will see all of our newest career opportunities, so direct hire positions, permanent jobs, as well as SkillBridge internship opportunities. If there's nothing there for you right now, I understand it's disappointing, but do throw your details, do register your details in one of our 2 talent pools. We've got one for those of you that are looking for permanent jobs, and we've got one for those of you that are transitioning out of the military right now and you're looking for SkillBridge internship opportunities. They perform a dual function. One is that we can send you emails, regular email updates on a bi-weekly basis with our newest vacancies that have come in. But also we use those 2 pools as databases to search for eligible and suitable candidates as we are recruiting. So definitely put your details there if you're interested. I am just trying to go through the comments right now. We haven't had any major questions right now, so I'm going to move on quickly. I will take the opportunity to introduce myself. I am Lucy Robinson. I'm the director here at Higher Military, and I've been here for about 3 years now. My husband is currently stationed in the interior of Alaska, it will be the shortest day on Thursday, so 2 days away. And currently we have about 3.5 hours of daylight. If you've been stationed here, you know what that feels like. I've got my happy lamp here. And as it's only 10:05 this morning, the sun isn't going to rise for probably another hour or so. It is pitch black outside. But it's lovely to see you all here today, and I will hand over to Amber.
Well, thank you, Lucy. I'm very happy to be here this afternoon. My name's Amber. I'm on the recruiting team. I am an Air Force veteran and a military spouse now. I'm living in San Antonio, and it's fantastic. Loving every bit of it. This afternoon, I'm going to be sharing a couple of direct hire roles. I did see some folks in the comments that are looking specifically for direct hire. So I will get to those direct hire roles in just a bit. Be sure if you have questions, definitely drop those into the comments. We'll try our best to get to those this afternoon. Otherwise, Matt, I will pass it your way.
All right, thank you, Amber. So I'm Matt, one of the recruiters. I was a SkillBridge intern with the company about 3 years ago, give or take. But today I'm going to be sharing SkillBridge opportunities. So I'll go here shortly, talk SkillBridge for transitioning service members, give a little bit of information. But yeah, if you have questions, please put it in there. We usually have 5-10 minutes at the end of this to where we can kind of answer as many questions as we can. But yeah, I live out in East Tennessee. It's great out here. It's actually snowed for the first time this year, just a little bit. But yeah, it's great to be here. I'll turn it back over to Lucy.
Thanks so much, Matt. Chris, I think Amber Pitkin has answered your question. There are many Matt Harts out there, so she's given you the URL to follow Matt moving forward. And Donnie asked if I was familiar with anybody who did something similar to what we do, but in Canada. Do you know, the honest answer to that is I do not. I do know I'm in some other countries, but let me take that thought away and see if I can find out for you, because we should have access to that information. And I'm slightly disappointed that I can't share that with you today, so I will go away and research. As we go along today, if there are roles that you are interested in that we are talking about, please do write the name of the job title in the comments. We are unable to share the URLs in real time. I tell you this every week, but LinkedIn doesn't like it when one of our recruiters in the back end throws in the URL, the direct link to the role on our website. And as soon as we hit enter, it deletes it out. It's a funny thing, but it happens to us all the time. So be patient in terms of waiting for us. We will come back after this event and we will answer your questions. The same goes for anybody who's put a comment or a query in and we don't get the chance to answer it at the end. We will come back and give you our best information that we possibly can. What else can I share with you today? I do understand that it is always disappointing when you sit through this and you think, oh, there's nothing there for us. There's nothing there for me right now. None of this really suits my experience or my skill set. Like I've said, take a look at our website. There are other roles. There's about 50 roles on the SkillBridge side and 50 roles on the direct hire side right now. And that number is building. We have had more roles and vacancies come in over the last couple of weeks than we have really in the last couple of months. Things are picking up for us right now as we go into the new year. We do update our website more or less daily as well. So do take the opportunity to bookmark that. So as we get going, we are going to start with SkillBridge first of all. Matt, I'm going to hand back over to you. But before you share the internship opportunities that you have, could you give us just a brief outline on who is eligible for SkillBridge and who it's available to?
Yeah, absolutely. So with SkillBridge, it's available to active duty service members within the last 180 days of service. So back date for your end of service date, 180 days. That's your availability window. I understand like certain branches of service have limitations on, however many days. I know some there's like tier systems, like so it's generally 90 to 120 days, give or take. That's kind of the happy medium with where everyone's going to be at. If you're reserves, National Guard, anything like that, you are eligible for it. You just have to have that conversation with your command. You have to be put on active duty orders if you're in reserve status. So you just have to be sure to talk to your command, your education centers, whoever's approving this. You have to have that conversation with them to make sure that you are actually going to be eligible for it, to be able to put on active duty orders, all that good stuff. But that's what we do. It's based on your availability. I know there's some programs out there, it's kind of cohort based. We are going to talk about at least one today where it's one of our only ones that we actually have. I think it was out of the two, but the majority of them are based on your availability. So whatever your availability is, the companies that we work with, they understand that your dates are very, they can be very strict, and they try to be flexible with, what you have available. So it's really just a matter of working those details out during the interview process and things like that. If you're not able to find an internship, we can partner with companies, or say like there's not one on the SkillBridge website. We don't have something. You have a company trying to go through the application process. That's something that we can help facilitate, and it can take only a matter of a week or two. It just kind of depends on how proactive everyone is. But I would just, again, suggest talking to your command about a year out. Hey, can I get the blessing to participate in the SkillBridge? If you're, a year out from your end of service date. So that gives you time to plan. You can do the networking piece. And then with all of our internships there, we do want the high probability of employment. That's something that we have, the conversation with ahead of time with these companies is like, we want these men and women to have a job offer when they finish the internship. And that's something that they go into it prepared for. And you have that conversation 1 month, 6 weeks out from your end date, at least, to be able to say, hey, let's talk about the potential for job offers, things like that. But the ones that I am going to share today, as far as the opportunities, there's a very high probability of employment with these. It's never guaranteed. But the first couple that I'm going to talk about really is with Masonite. We've been working with them for about 2 years now, and all of our interns, I think we're at 9 now, have received job offers. There's one that just started, I think last week, but they've all been offered jobs. So that's an excellent opportunity, to prove your worth and be able to move up within the company from your internship. We've had folks start at one position, realize their potential, from both ends, the employer side and from the candidate perspective, and they were able to, take on more responsibilities in different positions once they were hired on, which is great. But the first one I'm going to talk about is a maintenance manager, and this is in Charlotte, North Carolina. So amazing location. This is kind of like a more niche skill set with as far as like maintenance management. It's not like vehicle maintenance, anything like that. It's more facilities based. What they do want, 5 years in a manufacturing, maintenance, or capital project experience. So I understand capital project or manufacturing might not translate the most. Those skill sets are definitely there. But I think, facilities maintenance, things like that, because you have to have a strong understanding of HVAC, compressed airs, plumbing, electrical, and structural systems. So that's a big one to think about. I started looking for this. There's a lot of great folks with some good maintenance experience, but it's on like vehicles, things like that. It's not necessarily applicable. Knowledge of Lean Six Sigma principles, and they do want some type of certification with that. So preferably like a green belt or higher. But what they want, somebody that has expertise troubleshooting complex systems, electromechanical, running machine fabrication, electrical wires, conduit, PLC programming, heavy industrial mechanical work, things like that. But that's with Masonite. It's a maintenance manager in North Carolina. If you're interested in that, please put in the chats. Generally, they want to talk to folks no more than 3 months out from their availability, just to manage expectations moving forward. But they have opportunities all over the country, very similar to this, that you can always reach out to me. You can put maintenance manager in the chat if you want to. But the next one, well, really it's going to be 2, is also with Masonite, and this is in Haleyville, Alabama. So what they have, a couple different positions there. The first one is a production supervisor. This is one we've had multiple people brought on for internships for. One was progressed into a different position at the end of the internship because, again, they showed, their value to the company. But basically, you supervise the overall production, delegating work assignments, KPIs, and instilling structure and addressing issues within the plant. They want 3 years of leadership experience in a team-based environment. That sounds like a lot of people coming out of the military. But again, any type of process improvement type background, production type background, that's the people have had a lot of success in this type of job. And again, a lean certification is huge. They're big on process improvement, reducing waste, all that good stuff. The other one they have that is something a lot of people look for, and that's an HR generalist. What they want, some type of bachelor's degree, preferably in the HR realm, and 2 to 3 years of HR experience. Now, with HR experience, that means 2 different things from the military, the civilian side of things. But again, it's a skill bridge, and they understand that. but managing employee relations, benefits administration, compensation administration, wellness programs, employee activities, things like that. So if any of those sound interesting to you, you can put Haleyville, Alabama in the chats, and we'll be able to send you in the right direction. And then the last one I'm going to share, it's really two, licensed and unlicensed, but this is brand new. We literally just posted this maybe 2 hours ago, but this is with one of our newest partners, and what they're looking for are aircraft mechanics. This is with Job Air, and it's in Mobile, Alabama, and Pensacola, Florida. You know, they're a multi-technical aviation company. They specialize contract labor, aircraft engine inspections, audits, aeronautical engineering, aviation maintenance, and employment services. So what they're looking for in the licensed realm, you know, commercial or military experience, and an airframe, or I think it's an airframe power plant license with 6 months experience, or you know, they have completion of airman training programs or 3 years of commercial or military aircraft mechanic experience with the license. And some of the things they want you to have experience working on from a mechanical side: the Boeing 700 series, C-130, KC-135. It's a long list of different aircrafts that they want experience on. If this is something you're interested in, you have anywhere from 6 months if you're licensed or 3 years if you're unlicensed. This is a great opportunity. They want SkillBridge interns in Mobile, Alabama, and Pensacola, Florida. There's a lot of great opportunity there. If you're interested in any of those, put aircraft mechanic. If you know folks that have that background, share the information with them, because they are very eager to bring on interns with the company. I know that was a lot. If you're interested in any of those internships, please put in the chats, whether it was in Mobile, Pensacola for aircraft, the ones in Haleyville, Alabama, or Charlotte, North Carolina. Put it in the chats and we'll point you in the right direction. But Amber, I will turn it over to you.
Matt, you have some fantastic roles right now on the SkillBridge side. That's really cool. I love hearing about the new ones too. I'm going to pivot ever so slightly and talk direct hire now. I did notice there was a couple questions regarding like, what is direct hire, who's eligible, that sort of thing. So direct hire is for folks that are looking for employment immediately or in the next 30-ish days, give or take. If you're active in your job search and you could say yes to an offer with a couple week notice for your current employer, that is direct hire. And then in terms of who is eligible, all the job seekers, military spouses, those that are transitioning and might be past their SkillBridge window, veterans. So we are here for all of it. I think I answered a lot of questions just in that short ramble there. So if you have questions, if one of the positions that I share this afternoon is of interest, please drop the job title in the chat and we will share the link with you following this. So I will jump right in. The first position that I'm going to be sharing is a dry dock supervisor. And this position is located in Owensboro, Kentucky. I did see a couple folks that are located in Kentucky, so maybe this is for you. But our client is based right on the Ohio River there in Owensboro, and they've been in business with barge building and repair of marine equipment for well over 100 years. So a very established company, fantastic team that they have out in Owensboro. It is a smaller team. And so some of the requirements that they're looking for this dry dock supervisor include a strong understanding of OSHA and overall marine repair. Safety requirements coupled with some previous leadership experience. So they're looking for somebody that has sat in a leadership type of role. They're very open and said, hey, if they don't know all of the ins and outs of the marine equipment, that's okay. They're really definitely looking for that leadership piece, because the team that they have, again, is pretty small, and everyone is fantastic, very coachable, and they're open to learning. One of their principles is morale, which I thought was really, really cool, in addition to safety and overall delivery of products and that sort of thing. But in terms of kind of what you're going to be doing, typical 5-day week, sometimes they do operate in that 4-day work week, always during the regular business day though. So you'll be reporting to the site operations manager and really dealing with the daily repair schedules for their facility. So that's a dry dock supervisor. It's located in Owensboro, Kentucky. If you're not in Owensboro, our client is open to supporting somebody for a relocation there. So drop it in the chat if it's something you're interested in. I'll move on to a DevOps systems engineer. This position is 100% on site in Herndon, Virginia. There is a security clearance requirement, a TS/SCI. They're looking for somebody with that TS/SCI, CI Poly with this. So a higher level of security clearance. Our client for this particular role is a data science consulting firm. They specialize in providing analytic solutions to their clients in the commercial and government sector. They're looking for a bachelor's degree with 9 years of experience or a master's degree in 7 years. So also one of their preferences is for that Sec Plus, the CompTIA Sec Plus certification or an equivalent. So that's a DevOps systems engineer, 100% on site out in Herndon, Virginia. I have a couple more. I'm going to jump to a quality control specialist. This one's in Cedar Park, beautiful area right outside of Austin. But this position does sit on site 5 days a week with our client. And our client is a veteran-owned small business. And they're also an industry leader in providing modular space solutions. So they are looking for a QC specialist, high school diploma, 2 years of experience in manufacturing. And I do know they're looking to fill this one pretty quickly. So just a quick little piece on our client out in Cedar Park. They are taking a small slowdown at the end of the year so that their team can step back and get ready to relaunch forward, which I think is really, really cool. They're trying to figure out, in terms of every single person, what does their next career step look like? And so I just think that it's really, really cool how they're really planning all of these things out. They want to be able to do those internal promotions and progress their team overall. So if you're interested in that QC specialist out in Cedar Park, let me know with a comment in the chats there. I have one more role to share this afternoon. It's an automation maintenance technician. This position sits out in Nashville, Tennessee. And before I jump into all the good things, this person has to have a passion for music. Very, very important. They'll play a critical role in ensuring the functionality and performance of our clients' advanced machines. They're a team of about 250 company-wide, and they produce vinyl records. So they're doing some really cool things. But in the day-to-day, machine maintenance, troubleshooting, that sort of thing, as well as repairs and inspections with a safety focus always. Requirements are 2 years of PLC, machine maintenance, and inspection. So automation is definitely a key requirement in this, as well as a love for music. So if you are interested in that automation maintenance tech out in Nashville, drop it in the chats and I'll share a link with you afterwards. That's going to conclude my direct hire opportunities. If you didn't hear something, can you check out the website and see if there might be something there for you, hiremilitary.us. Otherwise, let's see, I'm going to wrap it up there and pass it to you.
Thank you so much. Wow, that's a whole load of opportunities today. We did get one question as Matt and Amber were talking, which is, when does the research analyst position in Iraq start? It's a 1-year contract, but I don't see a start date. My understanding is it's based on your availability. They do want people in ASAP. So if you are interested, whoever wrote that comment to us, I can't see who it was, do submit your resume and get that over, and we will connect you to the organization. And I'm actually going to talk about the organization in a second. They are Acuity, and they are Acuity International. They provide process and tech-based critical services to government and commercial enterprises around the world. And they are looking for veterans specifically to go downrange to either Iraq, Somalia, and they do have a role, Iraq, Somalia, and then Atlanta, Georgia, to fulfill various positions in security, intel analysis, and medical technology. So that is that opportunity. I've got a couple of other things I want to share with you today. So another opportunity we have on the SkillBridge side of our website is Skillstorm. They currently have IT training programs that are remote, and they are based on your accessibility to cool. So they are actively seeking transitioning service members. So those probably who are more than 180 days prior to transitioning, because they still do want to get you whilst you're on active duty, for their full-time immersive tech training programs through the Cool Funding program. It's a 16-week program that will teach you everything you need to know to jump into the arena within IT. So if IT is your next career space, if that's where you want to go, but you don't quite have the experience or all the certs right now, take a look at this opportunity on our website. It's under the SkillBridge button. It's with Skillstorm, and they have certs in cloud, cybersecurity, or Java. Their courses start every 2 weeks, and they are a phenomenal organization that subsequently may have a SkillBridge internship opportunity for you. And they also work with permanent employees as well. So definitely do check that one out. This next one is a very exciting one. It is with a company called CMS. They have a SkillBridge internship opportunity working directly with the government, and it is a cyber training cohort. They have 2 cohorts that are advertised with us right now, starting January and April. So they are 3 months long. And this is a sponsored Veterans First one dedicated to transitioning service members who have no IT background. So if you are looking to pivot and do a total 180 as you transition out of the military, and cyber has always been over there, what you want to do, really, like that's where you want to go next, this is the opportunity for you. It's a SkillBridge internship. It is remote. It's a 3-month learning experience that really hopes to transform our nation's veterans into America's next generation of IT professionals. It's a very rigorous program. You do need to commit. It's not a foot off the gas, 12 weeks away from the military. But if that sounds like it's of interest to you, do take a look at our website or put CMS Cyber in the link, and we will connect you to that opportunity. The next one that I have is with one of our favorites. The franchise organization is called Veteran Service Brands. They have 4 franchise opportunities only open to veterans. So this company was founded by a chap called Jack Childs. He has a portfolio of veteran-focused franchise networks across the country aimed at setting up our veterans with successful service-based business opportunities. The team has combined its years of industry and military experiences to create a unique, low-cost franchise business offering for our veterans today. So there are 4 brands, and those 4 brands are GeForce, which is parking lot striping, something that we didn't even know existed. They have a whole business unit dedicated to that. The next is athletic field markings. The other one is epoxy floor installation. And the other one is PaintCore, which is a housing, residential and commercial paint business. So if you want to set up your own business and you've been looking for an opportunity that really fits with you, your skill set, but you didn't quite know where you really fitted, definitely do drop a comment here and we can connect you to them, because they are an awesome organization. I couldn't say better things about them, or could speak more highly about them. And we do love connecting our population to that company. That was a lot of information there today, Matt and Amber. I haven't really seen any questions. I think a couple are coming in right now. Is there anything that you wanted to answer as I go through them?
No, I do need to go back and drop a few links. Charles, I'll send you that QC specialist link. Otherwise, I don't have any questions. Nothing else.
No, nothing to really answer. I mean, there's a ton of great resources. I don't know if Lucy mentioned it earlier on the website. There's that resource tab about resumes and all that good stuff, how to network, talking to recruiters, anything you can think of, transition advice, especially, SkillBridge, career search, how to use LinkedIn. There's a ton of great resources out there. Check that out. They can answer a lot of questions. It really can.
And Donnie, if you're still with us, yes, I have found it, and I'm going to connect and have a chat with this organization. In Canada, there's a company called hirevets.ca, so definitely connect with them. Well, that leaves me to thank Amber and Matt. I appreciate your time with me today. Thank you ever so much. And for the rest of you, wish you a wonderful holiday time and a very, very happy new year. We will be back again on the 2nd of January. Oh my gosh. So it leaves me to say now, see you next year. have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate. Take care. Bye-bye.